Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you. I appreciate your support, you guys. Okay, so we're doing an elemental star spread. We're in the 10th house, which is the house of Capricorn, the house of structure, discipline, life missions, accomplishments, and career. So okay, this spread has been running a little longer, guys, because I am doing the elemental star spread, and then I am going a little deeper, and then furthermore a little deeper to the kind of undertone, underbelly, behind the scenes kind of stuff, root, the kind of spiritual root of it. So we're going to go ahead and start with the singing bowl. You can go ahead and skip this if you want, you guys, or you can go ahead and join me. We're going to take a couple breaths. I'm going to take you down to the singing bowl, and then I will do the reading, okay? Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance and protection and unconditional love. I'm grateful for all known and unknown, seen and unseen, divine energy guiding, allowing, and protecting us as we receive these messages with an open heart and mind. I pray these messages of healing and protection reach those who need them and those who will fully embrace and express their own divine energy for the highest and most loving good. As we walk on the path of love, healing, and redemption, may your healing light touch, taint, and transmute all darkness with understanding, acceptance, and faith in the holy light of love. Amen, and thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. All right. All right, thank you for joining me for that if you did. All right, on to the reading, you guys. All right, so we are starting with the Elemental Star Spread. And this is a 6-card pull. And the first card we're going to pull is the Earth element, which represents the issue, the thing where, the physical issue. Then we're going to go into the water, and this is how that physical issue makes you feel. And then we're going to go to the air, and this is your thoughts on it. And then we're going to go to the fire, and this is what you should surrender or possibly embrace. And then the 5th card is the spirit or the heart of the matter. And then the final and 6th card is the overall or culmination of the energy that we're talking about, the overall energy. So for the Earth element, for Capricorn, we got 2, guys. Okay. Okay, we got the High Priestess reverse and the Empress reverse. Okay. Let's see here. How is this making you feel? Inner voice, page. Okay. All right. So, this is how it's coming through right now. There's a lot coming in. There's a lot of messages coming in. You're getting a lot of information. And I feel like it could be positive information even. And you may be, it's new. Let's put it this way. This is new, something new happening within yourself. And then we got the way it's making you feel, perspective. Immediately I'm feeling like, oh, are we feeling a little crazy? Because that's what this energy feels like. And it's not that you're crazy. It's that feeling of having a lot of messages, a lot of downloads, a lot of thoughts about something coming in that's abundant and good, and you maybe not wanting to believe it, or trying to feel the truth of it, trying to feel the truth of it, trying to feel if it's true, if it resonates. Awesome. Thinking, am I seeing this right? Am I getting this right? Am I understanding this right? I feel like you could be doubting your messages right now, Capricorn. Let's see what you need to release here. Because whatever this is big, and it's taking you out of your normal thought process. We got the Queen of Water, and it was reversed, and this is not listening to your intuition. This is not listening to your messages. This is not going deep. Something here is asking you to go deep, 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 deep. It's your higher self. Your high priestess is asking you to go deep, 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 and maybe even pointing directly at what is growing inside of you, what's becoming abundant, what's becoming loud and clear. And yet I feel like there's some resistance here to listening to that or feeling it. This could be something that doesn't feel good, and maybe that's why you're resisting it. But there is something here that's definitely being, at least for the people that this reading resonates with, something here you're feeling like it's a very new experience, this could be a new something happening in your life that's really new, and something in you is telling you to listen to it, to go move towards it, go with the flow, and you aren't going with the flow. There's resistance here. There's resistance mentally here, and it feels so new that there's a lot of doubts about the way you're seeing things, or if you're understanding things correctly, if that makes sense. And then we got overall the rewards. This is the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, overall you are looking at something here that's happening in your life, Capricorn. Now, this could be something physical changing happening in your life. I do feel like this can be a lot of, you're having a lot of thought process about this. And on the bottom, it's the Emperor, releasing control. There's something here you may be being guided or led towards releasing control, going with the flow, listening, being more receptive, not doing. I feel like you're being asked to kind of take in whatever's happening right now, whether this is messages, physical things happening. It's like to really look at it, process it, and see see the abundance in it. That's what I'm getting initially, is there is something here that is good that you could be resisting because it feels new. That's what I'm getting. So that is the elemental star spread on the top, guys. We're going to go down into the middle, which is kind of the way I've been feeling this, is like the energy kind of bridging between kind of the really seen and known stuff and the really deep kind of behind the scenes stuff, like the angelic support, the divine guidance, maybe the deep rooted, this could be past life, DNA, angelic support, anything we kind of don't understand. There at the bottom, the healing elements of it, yeah, there's something here, and that made me take a deep breath. So there could be something here showing itself to you in your life, and you could be being guided into a place that I feel is you like you can have everything here, but there's like some doubt and possibly not going with the flow, possibly trying to control the way you're seeing it or the way you're experiencing it. And we got the 8 of Coins. All right. This is focus, dedication, time, put in effort, put into something you're working on. Let's see here. The 4 of Coins. Holding on, not investing yourself. So there's something here I feel like recently that may have came to you. Okay, this is, and then on the bottom, the Malika of Swords. Okay, so that's that Queen of Swords. Okay, all right, guys. So there's something here, and you can be anywhere along this in this process, you guys, but this is something that asks you to work on something, put your time, your energy, your effort into something here about your own abundance. Maybe recognizing something within yourself, maybe doing something for yourself, maybe nurturing something that you may have, or maybe in the process of debating with yourself about nurturing or going with the flow of something, nurturing something, letting something just be what it is. And that's kind of where this energy is sitting. It's like trying to hold on to some kind of maybe control over kind of where this is going, where this is leading you. Although it is leading you to a new beginning. And this could be something you're resisting because your mind is like, I don't want a new beginning. I'm comfortable right here in my, like, the way I think, the way I feel, whatever. But this is what's coming in here. And this is just being guided towards a fresh new, this could be a fresh new perspective, a fresh new journey where you can utilize what you've already learned and start something new. This could be in just about everything and anything, but it's definitely trusting, having trust in the process here of not holding on to something that you're holding on to for your own security. And this could be mental security, emotional security, physical security. You guys, I am getting like a psychological security. I'm feeling like something has come in that kind of, you've resisted a little because it's very new, it's deep. It could be deep, psychic, romantic. It could be a new feeling, maybe a new passionate or like dreamy, like a dreamy vision or something you had, something that it's been asking you to move towards that maybe you've resisted because you're like, am I seeing this right? There's this moon energy shining through really, really powerfully in this reading, especially with the Queen of Cups. And it did come out reversed, which tells me you aren't really going with the flow. There's some resistance here to just allowing the feelings and all the stuff to just kind of flow, go. You know, you're trying to hold on to something here, maybe an old perspective, maybe an old way you thought about yourself, maybe an old, I'm feeling like an idea that this is where, like, that you need to control something for it to happen. I'm feeling like that Empress energy, although I'm not seeing her here. I am feeling like this is kind of the energy that is kind of needing to be embraced right now. We will get a couple cards in between the 8 of Coins and the 4 of Coins and the 4 of Coins and the Fool and see what else comes out for you guys. But there's a feeling here of being guided or asked to being pretty much by yourself, your highest self, maybe your guides, angels, asking you to work on something, to work on your own, maybe take care of yourself better, Maybe work on your own abundance in something, and you, it was a very, like, it feels like a new thing, like something you resist. Feels like there's some kind of resistance here, because it's like you want to know, like, what, it's interesting because I'm getting like, you want to know what you're going to get out of it, or what the point of it is, instead of just going with the flow. It's very interesting. And we got the gathering around the power of community, which did come out reversed, and I will take note of that. This could have been moving towards something, around other people, towards other people, maybe sharing yourself or your thoughts or your process with other people, or your learning experience. I'm getting that with the Seven of Pentacles, like what you've learned and how you learned it. Like there could be something here, it's like you're holding on to, like, so when we go through our lives, guys, and we learn stuff, there's a lot of things we learn from that we're not proud of, okay? This is just coming in, and that's the stuff we don't want to share with other people, because we're not, you're not proud of how you learn these lessons, but the point is you do learn them, and that is important for other people to see that we can be not perfect, and we can make, you know, we can maybe, you know, it feels like there was just some work to be done. Maybe you chose not to do that work. If you did do that work, you're still having doubts about what it's bringing into you, or what it's bringing for you. We got the Spirit of the River. This is about going with the flow. This is about moving towards something new, something that you're not used to. And then we got on the bottom, Will-o'-the-wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. So, okay, guys, so it feels like some shadow work. It feels like maybe you were being guided into and I was getting that side story about, you know, the things we've went through to learn the things, our shadowy stuff. It's perceived, it's darker stuff, but that's how we learn what light we got. That's how we learn how strong we are. That's how we learn to shine, because we know we don't want to ever go back there. So it feels like you might have been being guided towards doing some shadow work on your own abundance, maybe your own health, maybe the way you nurture things, people, yourself, and maybe have chosen to kind of not invest yourself in the process. So if this is for whoever this is for, if you're investing yourself in a process of inner healing, that lack mentality, or also needing to see what the outcome is before doing the work, this is saying it's time to just move forward and go with the flow, and kind of have faith in the process right now, because there might be a lack of faith in the process. You may be wondering, it's changing your perception on something, and that's a hard thing to do when we've seen something one way the whole time, our whole lives, the whole deal. Then we can come in and we can see things a new way. But it's really, we tend to resist it, and we tend to want to hold on to our own security, because usually it's attached to our ego, especially with the Four of Pentacles here, or Four of Coins. It just feels like holding on to something here that it's protecting too, you know. It is protecting your earthly stability. Okay, so there's something here I feel like that has come in and guided you into a place, or was trying to get you to work on a place that might disrupt your inner stability. And there's still something coming through here saying go with the flow, go with the water. The water is the psyche, going deep down, doing the emotional work, doing the emotional, deep, hard, heavy work, the shadow work, the emotional work, the psyche work, going deep. When I feel like there's a feeling here that you want to just kind of stay in this place of like everything being seen and known, and this is how it's making you feel. It's making you feel like that. What I'm getting from this Five of Air is it's making you feel like conflicted about the way you're seeing things, or you want to see things. Or releasing the way you were seeing things before. This could have to do, because that is the Five of Swords, like about making peace with some kind of situation. Maybe this has to do with your own self, making peace with yourself over the past, over some things that have played out in your life that you've learned from, and you've learned valuable lessons from. And there are rewards to those, to going through those things. And sometimes we just don't know what those rewards are. So, but you just have to have faith and in the process, and trust that those rewards are coming in, and still continue to do the work if you're being asked to move further into a more emotional place, or more of a trustworthy place, all that, a more faithful place in the process. It's like, I haven't went through all this for nothing, to stay conflicted, to stay battling, to stay right. You know, the Five of Swords a lot of the time can just be wanting to be right, or fighting because you know you're fighting for what's right. There's a lot here, so we're going to go ahead and go a little deeper with this, you guys, and we're going to go ahead and get one under this gathering around the power of community. You could have been asked to move towards some kind of situation here where you needed to nurture something. And that community can be, you know, your family, your friends, a family situation, where you kind of need to go and kind of shine your light there, and maybe you're choosing not to because you're like, it's going to mess with me. It's going to mess with my stability to do this. But it does feel like you are being guided to put in some work on something that maybe you don't see how that's going to be good, is what I'm getting. We got forever in my light, and it's under the gathering around the power of community. There's something here I'm feeling, this is what I'm getting, is like there's something here where your light is important to somebody else, or maybe multiple people, that you're kind of been being guided towards, maybe healing some things with, moving into this group, this family, this community, whatever this is. And this could be a big healing process. You know, it is feeling like we're going to get one for under the spirit of the river, you guys. We will read these. Pathways of light. Ancient of Days. Okay. Let's go ahead and get one of these for under the Four of Coins, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to hold on to some control about something here. Capricorn. This is a perfect time. This is the perfect time. Be like your spirit guide. This is the perfect time to invest yourself in something. If you're in this energy, if this is your reading, if there's something you've been putting off, allowing into your life, or moving towards in a really accepting, emotional, deep energy, it's saying now is the time to do that. Now is the time to move towards this, because this is actually a pathway to light. This is actually, and this is forever in my light before that. So it's like something that I feel like it almost feels like a remembrance. It almost feels like remembering to be somebody's light, or the light in like a family or a community, and needing to find your way back to that. That's what I'm feeling, but it's not like, but it's new, because we got the Fool here. It's a new cycle. It's a new kind of new day, new age, and we got this Pathways of Light. We are going to go ahead and read this. Gathering around the spirit of the river, the forever in my light, and the pathways of light. This is the perfect time. I feel like this is the perfect time to invest yourself, and invest your mind, your body, your spirit into something that maybe you have been contemplating, putting off, maybe because you don't see what good could come of it, or you aren't maybe wanting to shift your mind about something here. And I am feeling like this could be like a family or a community or friendships or something, and moving towards something different. It's like blocking yourself away from something because you feel like it shakes your stability, your earthly stability, or it interferes with the stability you have in your earth matters. But it's bringing in more than just earth stuff. Doing the earth stuff is going to bring in multiple things, like upgrading you in your light, in your emotions, in your psyche. It's going to teach you a lot. There's a something here being asked to learn. That's what I'm getting. So let's go to the Shaman's Dream Oracle and read the Gathering Around the Power of Community. Being safe and secure, allowing help. Yes, and this Four of Coins to me is always about being safe and secure. But this is asking you to put in the work to move towards something. It's like you're taking a lot of safety and not exploring or doing something that kind of shakes your, I feel like it shakes your perception, or it's shaking something. Yeah, there are times when you need positive reinforcement from others. Perhaps your journey has made you tired just before reaching the proverbial finish line. Like being right at the end of something here, right, ready to start a new chapter, a new beginning, enter a new energy, and feeling like, nope, I'm fine here. Like stopping the flow of something here. And it says, know this, you are not alone, regardless of whether you think you are. People gather around to help you with the next step as you bring it forth from the cosmos into the beauty of life. There has never been another you before. I love this. And you have a unique relationship with your friends, family, communities, and all those who gather to help you in the unseen realms. Yeah, I was feeling like this is, it felt like a remembrance too. It's like almost like being pushed by something, like you, whatever this is, you could have thought I'm crazy, or this isn't really, like the messages and stuff that you have gotten. Like this feels like something spiritual, an angel, a guide, maybe somebody you looked up to, guiding you forward to help heal a family or heal a community, or lean into receiving help, and from maybe it's like some others, or just being open to receiving help from your guides, because the High Priestess and the Empress came in reverse. That's totally trying to control what's coming in. That's totally trying to control what's coming through, message-wise, abundance-wise. Yeah, that's another message I'm getting. It says, there has never been another you before, and you have a unique relationship with your friends, family, and communities. And then right under that's that forever in my light. You might have always been the light for this family, this friends, this community. And this feels like already, before I even get to the deeper layer of this, it already feels bigger. It already feels like deeper. Now is the time to allow assistance from others. Ask for it and trust you will receive it. You are safe and secure right now in this moment. And you are. There is a safety and a security right now with this Four of Coins, but you may be holding back from expressing something, expressing some kind of emotion, or something you need, or something you want to happen here in your life. You could be holding back from like going with your feelings, going with what you're feeling, expressing maybe your lessons, maybe your life lessons, what you're experiencing right now. Maybe you're not sharing that. It's saying and I always feel this with spirit, like when we go through this growth process, especially this spiritual growth process, it can be very intense, and it can feel very lonely, and it can feel very it can feel scary, it can feel all that, because everything's changing, and everything, our perception of everything, our bodies, I mean everything's, our minds, our hearts, everything's opening and cracking and breaking and disappearing, and new stuff's coming in, and it's just really an intense feeling I'm getting with your guys' reading, that could be kind of what's happening here. And it's saying you are safe. And when we are vulnerable like this, in that cocoon, kind of that cocoon state, kind of that cosmic womb state, we are fragile. You know, we're just learning things, so we are protected, and we are, just know that it's okay to accept help from others who can help you through this feeling of not allowing something to change or shift in your life that's trying to change and shift. It doesn't have to necessarily be in your outer life, could be in your inner life, but this is all it's all the same. Like it all shifts. Our inner life shifts, our outer life shifts. Our outer life shifts, we shift. You know, we're in constant adaptation mode. Most people, but this feels like you don't. This feels like a resistance to adaptation mode. Okay, that's what this is feeling like. It says you are heard by angels, witnessed by the divine, and loved. Yes, loved now and always by life. That feels very. That feels very resonant with this forever in my light. I am feeling like, and that's why on the bottom of this, I feel like you have a very special guide. Whoever this is for, it says be like your spirit guide. Whoever your spirit guide is, whoever you think of when you think of your spirit guide, this guide feels like it's strongly coming through and saying exactly these words. Yes, you're loved now and always by life itself. Whatever your query, you will find the help you need to achieve what you desire, and you will not have to do this alone. Count on it. So there's something here you feel like you could be doing alone. Maybe you're not accepting help. Maybe you're not sharing your experience. Maybe you're not sharing your feelings with others right now. You're holding back your feelings about the things you're feeling and the things you're going through, and you're evaluating it, and you're trying to shift your perspective on it, or trying to hold on to an old perspective when something new, a new perspective is coming in for you. But it says you will not have to do this alone. You can count on that. You can count on that. And count on spirit, count on your guide. It feels like very strong support in whatever this is you're trying to come through, start new, change your perception on, maybe accept into your heart, into your life. It just feels really good. It feels like really supportive energy. So let's go ahead and read the Spirit of the River. And this is after the Four of Coins and before the Fool, before having that faith and trust in where you're being led. I do feel like you're being guided. You're being led strongly through something here. And you've had some resistance to this leading. And this is really strongly saying trust that you are being led to something greater here. And it's in your path, and it's like been there forever. That's what I'm getting. And this is like the way to more light. This is the way to more, I guess, what we call ascension, or higher vibration, ascending into a higher being. Now, I could talk about this stuff all day, but it could mean, this is part of a thing you're doing during this lifetime for the next lifetime, for the next part of the journey. And it could be in this lifetime too, where you're entering an actual new chapter here in this lifetime. But that also coincides with what's going on behind the scenes too. I do feel that. So let's go to 50 here, which is the Spirit of the River. Movement towards adventure, addiction to problems, and allowing and trusting the currents. That's what I feel like, Capricorn, with your guys' reading, whoever this is resonating with, that there's been a lack of trust in the guidance, in your own spirit guides, in your own intuition, in your own messages, in your own emotions, maybe even. And it's like you're trying to hold on to this old stability that's just safe, secure, kind of locked away from others, maybe even can't even be seen by others. I'm feeling like it's not hermit mode, it's like more like, it's more controlling than that, because the hermit it's like, it's because something here is actually going to shift your physical reality once you go with the flow, once you change your mind about something, or once you start putting in the work and you evaluate this whole process. It's going to change something here. It's going to move you forward in a really big way. And I think you might be feeling that. And there could be just some apprehensiveness about it. It says the Spirit of the River invites you to step into the flow, to stop swimming against or avoiding the current. That's what I'm feeling. It's like this control. It's like trying to control where it's going to take you, or where it's like not allowing the messages to penetrate your soul, and not kind of going with it, or trying to hold on to old ideas, maybe old relationships, old places, old maybe old work habits, with this 8 of Coins. It's like, I worked so hard for all this, but I feel like you're being asked to not, and it's like almost feels like I've lost half of it already, and I'm not going to lose the other half, like, of what I've worked for, or what I've already, like, it's like spending your whole life learning one thing, and then something comes in and it takes away half of what you already learned, because now it changes like everything you thought, and now you're being asked to let that other half go too. It's very interesting. That's the message coming through. And it says, stop working on the problem for a while. Yeah, so, you could be working really hard thinking this is a problem. And I don't feel this is a problem. I feel like this is something you're being guided to accept and just kind of observe and go with the flow and observe this. There's something happening here big. It says, this issue is not what it seems. It is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. I had this message for another reading too. I think it was this round where it's like that energy was continuing to try to fix something. I think it was Scorpio. So you may have Scorpio in your chart, or you may be dealing with a Scorpio or Capricorn. This is very interesting. But there is a feeling here of trying to fix something that's just not meant to be fixed. It's just it's like, or continuing to put in more and more and more effort on something earthy to try to make something better. This could be to heal, to forgive something, to heal something, and focusing too much on the fixing of something rather than what you learned from it and where it's taking you, where it's leading you, the lessons it's taught you, where you're going. Like it almost like I was feeling that, like it was like kind of like a life lesson, or like something that you needed to see different. I am getting that. It says, work to create greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. So if there is something here that you're just working really hard on, and you're kind of ignoring this message or this energy, this feeling of something telling you, you know what, move on from this. Move on from this problem. You don't need to keep working on this. I think it's saying to listen to that. It's like it's going to resolve itself, because you need to do that for yourself. You need to work on yourself. And like I said, it's when we do the work inside, it changes our outside. And but if we're working too hard on the outside, then the inside's always going to like self-sabotage what's happening on the outside. That's another message I'm getting. It says there is nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting. So trying harder, putting more work in, paying attention to more details. And this isn't earth matter. This is something earthy, where you want a reward. You want to see it change. You want to see abundance there. But there's just, it's not coming from you doing more work. It's coming from release. It's coming from release. That's what I'm feeling. And it says there is nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situation in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. That's what it's feeling like. Like this was here behind, like teaching you from, and we haven't even got to this card, but I will read this, but it says forever in my light. So even if there's something here, it feels like soul tribe, or like accepting this like gift or help from a spirit guide. It's like, and this could involve something very earthy and close to your matter, like what you're working on and stuff. But there's something here that's been kind of put there for you. And it might not feel that way. That's what I'm getting. Same thing. I got this with another reading. And it says pathways of light. This is like your pathway to light. This is your, this is here for you. Even though it may feel like I got to keep working on this for this person or that. It's just very interesting. Recognize this. Step back and trust the flow. There is no loss of face or lack of honor or integrity in stopping this work, stopping whatever you're doing. There's just, in the bigger picture, it's like you're supposed to move on from this, whatever this is that we're talking about. This could be a multitude of things. This could be job. This could be relationship. This could be a process, a healing process. You're done. Like you can work more and more on it. But that part's done. Now it's time to move into a new chapter, a new cycle. When this card appears, it is time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Your life is like a river, inevitably and inexorably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is you are holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are or how they should be or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of the spirit of the river. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride. All will be well. Oh, I have gotten this energy in my time, and it's like We want to try to make something look the way we want it to look. We want to heal something like yesterday. We want to fix this relationship like yesterday. And sometimes the biggest thing that fixes something is to release the guilt, the shame, and the work. Forgiveness, love, moving forward, and going with the flow is the best way to handle this situation if this is your reading. Okay, Capricorn, we are going to go to Forever in My Light. 13 will resolve itself. It says, forever in my light, safe and sound. You live forever in the light of creation. There is no need to worry. You and those you love are safe. Yes, like you could be worried about really leaving somebody behind. But they're going to, like, I'm feeling that, like they're going to catch up, or like you're going to, like, this isn't done. Like, that's what I feel like. This isn't done, but there is something here you need to release as of right now and go with the flow and kind of take your guidance and be guided into a new chapter, a new energy here than trying to hold on to something, because it's not allowing the whole thing to be seen in its true glory. That's what I'm getting. There is no need to worry. You and those you love are safe. The healing light of angels fills heaven and earth. It is everywhere, always. Feel it in your heart like an eternal flame, glowing throughout the universe, through your days and nights, forever uniting, healing, and transforming all. Yeah, you could be really trying to heal something, work on somebody or something, make something better, and the angels got it. You need to work on you and step away and kind of stop trying to control things right now, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes for this situation. That's what I am feeling. We are forever flowing through creation, and we are forever changing, and we got that flow energy. Flowing, 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 going, 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 knowing that we are on the path of release. And that means releasing our control over how life should look or what should be in our lives. It's letting the healing and the emotions and all that happen without having to control any of it, in others and ourselves. For I am the ebb and flow of your spirit. Yes, this could be really constricting your spirit. It's like you've done the work on something here, Capricorn, but there's something here you're being guided to go more, see things differently, for one, about this, and to go with the flow and listen to where you're being, listen to the guidance, listen to your emotions about this. There's a resistance here, and if this is and it's the perfect time to release and see what happens, and trust that whatever happens is for the highest good. It says, and the love that stems from your eternal heart. I am the ebb and flow of your spirit, and the love that stems from your eternal heart. I am a warm breeze that whispers in your sleep. I love that. That's really nice. That's really nice, you guys. It's beautiful. All right? And we got this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time to go with the ebb and flow. Let your spirit free your spirit up. Maybe stop concentrating so much on whatever this earthly matter is and focus on how this is nurturing something, watering something, fertilizing something for the future, for a new chapter, a new cycle, a new pathway. That's what I'm getting ready to read, you guys. Everything happens for a reason, even though we may not understand it always. Pathways of light, divine dimensions. This is what I was feeling right away. It's like there's this strong energy, strong energy of this guide coming in really loudly, and it's like super powerful. And it's like we got this. Like, you're spending all of your energy here trying to protect something that's earthy, and we're trying to grow something spiritual here. We're trying to get everybody like lined up in the light, like in this kind of holding on to this material or this expectation or this vision of what it should look like or what you want it to look like is interfering with what it really is and what it really is trying to do here. That's the message coming through. It says, life holds many hidden dimensions, pathways of light that lead to other worlds and realities. These hidden dimensions are inside you and can be accessed through the spaces between your thoughts. When the mind is calm, you can enter a place beyond thought, a place that words cannot describe and your mind cannot contain. Yeah, it's like you're trying to contain something here, too. I'm feeling that, like releasing of this spiritual energy and letting it go, letting it flow. And you could be really just withholding it because you're trying to hold it for something else when it's meant to flow. And something else is happening with another, the earthly stuff and all that, and the people or the family or something behind the scenes. There's something bigger here, way bigger. It says, when the mind is calm, you can enter a place beyond thought, a place that words cannot describe and your mind cannot contain. It is the multidimensional conscious awareness of your soul, the real you, beyond the earthly limitations. Yeah, it's like, what did you come here? Like, this could be part of the process, part of healing something. And you know, it does. It feels like you could have agreed to just be this part for this journey. And now it's time to release, like, what you started working on. Because it was very earthy, and it's almost like you've been told this, you're being guided away from this, and it's like, but why when I put so much work into it? Because you've done your part, you've done what you've done you've contributed. That's what I'm feeling. It says, become aware of your breath, breathe in light, just observe and relax. After a while you will feel a sense of peace. You're in a state of grace. Your thoughts float away and turn to light. Each breath brings you deeper into peace. Angels appear. They are your bridge between the spiritual and physical worlds and will guide you to the heart of creation. Along pathways of light, you enter parallel universes. New galaxies are born inside you, and there is so much love. Your vision is filled with light, and there is a still point where you reach singularity, a deep place inside you from which all stems. When I die, I shall ascend with the angels, and when I die to the angels, you cannot imagine what I shall become. Oh, I had a couple other readings like this, and it does feel like that could be a real strong spirit guide. And whenever this card comes through, I can't help it. It makes me feel like there is an angel saying this. Like, whatever this is, that's you need to kind of stop working on and start moving towards, and moving, you know, stepping out of stagnation. It's a really strong message that you can't imagine what's beyond what you're seeing, what you're working on, what you're holding on to. You could be holding on to something here that's absolutely way less than what it's going to become or what it is supposed to be. But because you're holding on to something or trying to make it look a certain way or trying to control something here, it's just not as it doesn't mean it's not going to be, but it's just, I feel like it's hindering your spiritual growth, and maybe even that in other dimensions. Like, this is feeling really, really big, Capricorn. So we are going to get a couple words for this reading. This feels crazy. When I get these kind of messages, it's just like, wow, you know, it feels really, really big, and it feels like a lot of love. It does feel really loving, supportive, but resistant. It feels on your side, it feels very resistant. Creativity, a small spark kindles a great fire. Yes, this might be like the idea, or okay, so like the idea of stopping working on something or something could blow your mind. It could be like, no, that makes no sense. That's not logical. But this is a creative solution. You know, that's what I'm getting. Like, and it says, be noble, for you are made of stardust. You know, oh, that gives me that feeling, like a reminder that there is a higher nature in you and in this situation and this existence. And it says, be noble, for you are made of stardust. Noble, you know, it's standing for what you believe in, but it's also like holding your grace and your dignity through even hard stuff. Holding that mission in your heart as you go through, maybe releasing something, you know, maybe moving on from something. And this could just be understanding maybe you need to open yourself up more to this process. That's another message I'm getting. I'm getting quite a bit. And then we got intensity. The show must go on. A high degree of force, energy, or feeling passionate expression. Yeah, there's something here I definitely feel like you're holding back. Some kind of expression, some kind of movement. This is something deep. You've been definitely being guided in this direction, and there is some kind of intense energy. And you know, like, at this is feeling like, you know, this is the way to go, or you know this is what you need to release, or you know you need to stop working on this, or trying to heal this, or trying to fix this, or make this look a certain way in your mind, because this is grace, and this is the way the bigger picture works. And we are but stardust, but we are still singular in our our own specific little fingerprint, our own little energetic star print. You know, I always say that, like we have our own little special thing, and this is really honoring that special thing about yourself. Not trying to change anything right now, but moving on from something. It's like you may want to be keeping yourself in something here that you've been working on, or that you think you can make better and or look better, and it's really just saying this is not only your path to light, but I feel like this is a path for a lot of people. Maybe a community, maybe a family, maybe a friendship, relationship. I'm getting that. So if this is your reading, Capricorn, you know, it's strongly saying to let the angels, let your guides do what they need to do, and you do what you need to do, and you are aware of what you need to do. It looks like going with the flow, moving with the river, going deeper and further away from whatever it is you're working on or have been working on. Maybe you've already done this and now you're entering this this place where you're just being guided and you're trusting in the process. It depends on where you're at in this. But let's go ahead and get a Kali card real quick. This is the perfect time to move forward. Move forward and release what this is that you are holding on to. This could be an old perception. This could be an old thought process. This could be a relationship. This could be trying to heal something or trying to see something differently than how it looks. It's like letting things be what they are and trusting in the process. And we got, oh, sweet. I just had this one too for, I think it was just the reading I did. Scorpio. Sagittarius? I don't know, I just come out a couple. She has been showing up. And it says she arrests the flow of negativity, particularly that of our own making. She transforms our karma from that which hinders our joy to that which can create true happiness. As you seek refuge in her, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any form of negativity from others. A positive turning of the tide, a good fortune is predicted. I love that because that goes back to this, don't worry. There's some kind of worrying here going on about if you stop working on something, or you stop grieving something, or you stop trying to heal something, or you go deeper into whatever this is calling you forward, that you're going to be somehow, it feels like attacked, or feel like people might try to make you feel crappy or something about it. And it's saying, it feels karmic. It feels like this was like, this is what I'm getting. It feels like this was all part of a growth and a spiritual like ascension, growth into the light, into a higher state of being. You know, it doesn't mean it isn't there. It's just in a different, there's just some other stuff going on we can't possibly understand in this reality. But that is what I'm getting, you guys. That is what I'm getting. And it says Maha Kali, which is on the bottom, and I will read that. And it says, you can trust that what is happening now will give way to a new expression. I was feeling this expressive energy when the time is right. So if this is a relationship or something like that, there's going to be something new that comes in and expresses itself after the release, after this not trying to control what it is you want to hear or you want to see, allowing something to happen here. And there'll be a new dynamic, a new reality, a new, this is feeling pretty powerful. And it says, that time will be the best time when your readiness matches the requirements for success. So if there's something you're being guided towards or away from, it's for your own growth. It's so that you can grow and become more able to handle and maybe even be better in a different situation. It could be the same situation. It could be just handle things in a more light way, in a more learned way. When your readiness matches the requirements for success, attend to your work with determination and hope in your heart. Trust the divine is taking care of everything else. Your progress is spiritually protected. So there is something here you are working towards, but I feel like it's asking you to take care of your spiritual needs right now, your psychic needs, your emotional needs, and maybe not the physical stuff that you're trying to maybe distract yourself with, maybe hold on to or work on that, and maybe it's pulling you away and it's keeping you from taking that time for yourself to go deeper and do maybe some really deep inner understanding and healing on this Forever in My Light and Pathways of Light energy. This is really nice. This looks very earthy, and then this is just a whole nother place here. We got that fall and spring energy. We got that spring here and this fall energy over here. So that is what I'm getting, Capricorn. So that is your guys' reading. I hope it helps somebody, and as always, I appreciate you guys coming, watching your readings. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.